I am Liam Dance, and this is Cosmology 701, Creation. A circle, a boundary between being and nothingness, and yet there is no difference between inside and outside. Outside, an ocean of possibilities. Inside, the same. The boundary itself, our universe, is five-dimensional, maybe more. The space in which our universe exists is not limited to those dimensions. Like a hoop in 3 dimensions, the inside is the same as the outside. There are no secrets. There are no hidden places. So how did all this start? What is a vital? I see the act of creation as something small, even casual, automatic. The seed being no more substantial than an idea that there should be something rather than nothing. With a set of instructions, a rule, how to behave in every situation. The rule defines how the Viton should change in the next moment by only considering itself and its neighbours. This is called a cellular automaton. John Conway's Game of Life is an example of a 2-dimensional cellular automaton. Stephen Wolfram exhaustively explored 1-dimensional cellular automata in his book, A New Kind of Science. In 3D space, that's 3 dimensions of freedom, this seed sprouts into 12 as it dies. That must be the first part of the rule. If you have no neighbours, sprout into 12. But this is not a kernel, for it has 2 matter triads and 2 antimatter triads. In 2D space, it would sprout into 6. In 1-dimensional space, it would sprout into just 2. I am suggesting that our universe is a 5-dimensional cellular automata, and that ours is just one in an exhaustive series of rules. This makes the universe deterministic, but not predictable. It is orders of magnitude faster to wait and see, rather than to predict with certainty. The simplifications needed to make a prediction also make it unreliable. Looked at from a vantage point outside the universe, outside of time, yet being able to appreciate the development of it, our phase of the universe starts as a hollow sphere, granular, the same everywhere, and as it develops, clumps appear, and thinnings. The thinnings expand faster than the clumps, which have become more focused and slower, until that focused point stops altogether and starts to spread, having lost a dimension. Eventually the universe separates, a lower dimensional sphere surrounded by a thin, clear, higher dimensional ball. I have another analogy. Another glass jar, full of water this time, with fine dust evenly suspended in it. As time passes and the water cools, the fine dust settles until it is all collected in a thin layer at the bottom of the jar. A simplistic and flawed analogy, to be sure, but a good starting point to add all the complications inherent in the real. Whatever is born shall die. Whatever lives will find a way of procreating. The most interesting phenomenon in the universe seems to be biolife, although its influence of Earth has not been noticed. I believe it is up to us, as the first Earthlings able to escape the gravity well of the planet, to make a mark on the solar system and beyond. If you feel, as I do, that biolife is a wonderful development, then seeding lifeless planets and nurturing them is an elevating project for the ecosystem of the Earth, for Gaia. I see our future in space itself, not attached to planets. They are necessary nurseries, but not for mature species. If we don't go, if we remain planet-bound, we will inevitably go extinct, and Gaia will pin its hopes on the next dominant species. If we don't go soon, our technological momentum will be lost, and a long, slow decline into virtual reality and dreams awaits us.